1:46 a.m., Elk Meadow Campground. Site 42. Windless, 48 degrees, a thin breath of fog above the creek. My chest GoPro blinks, rec 00:07:31. I hit a quick voice memo because the tent zipper just slid 2 inches on its own, slow as if a small hand were learning the teeth. Proof marker set for 1:46. I came with my cousin to photograph the Perseids. He fell asleep under the truck cap. I stayed up by the fire ring, listening. Across the footbridge, a picnic pavilion sat dark except for one green exit light that shouldn't have been on. The trail sign tapped once, metal on metal, like a fork on a rail. Then it tapped twice. I counted with it. 1, 2, 3, and it skipped 4. The NOAA weather radio on the table woke without an alert tone and said, perfectly flat, "Site 42 is taken." It repeated my whisper back to me with a half-beat of delay, as if I were speaking from down in the culvert. My cousin shifted in the truck but didn't wake. I walked to the footbridge because I wanted a normal answer. A raccoon, a loose sign, anything. On the bridge I found a white chalk ring the size of a dinner plate, dusted on the boards at shin height. It wasn't there earlier. When I leaned closer, the ring made a circle of dew on its outside, as if something colder than the night were standing there. The creek below was glass, no wind, no frogs, just the click of my voice memo starting a new file by itself. I said my name, the site number, the time. The bridge tapped 3 times, patient, and the exit light at the pavilion flickered like a turned head. In the headset from my GoPro, I could hear a breath close to the mic, not mine, opening on a word that never arrived. I called softly to my cousin. He didn't answer. The tent zipper moved another tooth. Behind me, the creek made 3 rings and then waited. I unhooked the lantern and crossed, telling myself to film the screws on the sign, to catch them rattling in some ordinary breeze. Halfway over, the radio on the table behind me spoke in my voice, a beat late. "Site 42, copy." The chalk ring brushed my shin, though nothing touched me. My GoPro meter spiked red, proof at 1:57. At the pavilion, the green exit light hummed. It didn't cast light, it held it, square and wrong, like a screen with no picture. The bulletin board held a safety sheet, wet. A disposable camera hung from a string so visitors could leave a photo for the ranger. I hadn't seen it before. The counter on the camera showed 4. When I blinked, it showed 3. From the tree line came a breath that wasn't wind. The pennies in the donation jar turned on their edges and settled again. I lifted the camera and took one shot at the empty bridge. The flash popped, thin. From the truck, my cousin shouted my name like he was underwater. I ran back, boots thudding on boards that tapped back. 1, 2, 3, skip. He pointed at the tent. The zipper had moved another inch. Inside, the sleeping bag bulged as if someone had climbed in and lay very still. We stood as the NOAA radio stitched our voices together and played them back out of order. I reached for the zipper, and a cold handprint bloomed on the window, dragging upward like weed. I set the camera on the bulletin board with the flash wound and said, "It's yours." The exit light dimmed. The bag in the tent flattened slowly, air pouring out. My cousin cried once. We let the fire die and drove out in low beams. In daylight, the ranger mailed the photo that developed overnight. It shows the bridge at 1:57, empty, and 2 pale prints on the inside of our tent window where nothing stood. If you camp Elk Meadow after midnight, pack a second light, pin your zipper, and ignore cameras that count backward. 1:43 a.m., Beargrass Campground, Site 18. No wind, 46 degrees. A thin fog lays over the creek like breath. My chest GoPro blinks rec 00:06:09. I note it because the footbridge keeps making a single metal tick under the planks, slow and patient, like it's counting something I can't see. I came with my brother to fish the morning bite and drive home at sunrise. He's out in the tent, boots off, phone dead. I'm wide awake, coffee warm, trying to convince myself the bridge sound is just water on a nail. The park kiosk behind me hums. Its exit sign glows square and wrong, like a screen that holds light instead of throwing it. At the bridge rail, I spot a trail cam strapped to a post. State property tag, lens fogged, red LED steady. I press review. The tiny screen shows a grayscale still of this very bridge, timestamp 1:57. In the picture, my boots are already halfway across. I haven't moved. Proof marker at 1:43. The creek below is glass. Rings push from the center without anything touching it, stepping out like a hand tapping water. I count with the bridge. 1, 2, 3. The tick skips 4 and returns on 5. From the tent, my brother talks in his sleep and repeats me half a beat late. A reflective sticker on one plank reads 3, the next reads 5. Where 4 should be, there's torn adhesive and a smear of chalk. I lean down and a cold circle of dew forms around my boots like a drawn coin. I hit a quick voice memo. Name, site number, time. The memo auto-splits into a new file on its own. I lift the trail cam. It's heavier than it looks. The counter says 001/1200 as if it already filled itself. The first clip plays. Our tent, our truck, our backs turned, and the bridge behind us empty. A breath rides the mic that isn't mine and says a word I can't quite hold. I call my brother. He doesn't answer. The bridge ticks 3 times, patient, then waits for me to move. I step onto the bridge because I need the ordinary answer, the loose bolt, the silly reason I can sleep. The GoPro meter spikes into red when my right boot hits plank 1. The tick answers under me. Plank 2 replies. I hover my foot over where 4 should be, and nothing speaks. No tick, no creak, as if the night forgets to exist there. Proof at 1:57. Across the span, the exit glow holds like an eye. The trail cam in my hand warms, screen fog thinning from the inside. Its counter rolls 001000 all by itself, and the thumbnail shows a still I haven't lived yet. Me turning back, my brother standing in the tent door, a handprint sliding up the plastic window from inside. The NOAA weather radio on the table wakes without a tone and uses my voice, a beat late. 18 is taken, copy. My brother finally calls my name from the tent, sharp and wet, like he's underwater. I run back. The boards answer 1, 2, 3, skip beneath me. At the tent, the zipper has moved 2 teeth on its own. Inside, the sleeping bag bulges as if something small and careful climbed in and lay still to learn how we breathe. We stand and listen while the creek makes 3 rings from nothing. I put the trail cam on the kiosk shelf and say, "It's yours." For one breath, the exit light dims as if something stepped backward. The bag flattens, air pouring out in a long, embarrassed sigh. The bridge ticks once, twice, 5. I don't wait for the 4th sound that never comes. We douse the fire and leave in low beams. At dawn, a ranger emails a still the trail cam auto uploaded overnight. The timestamp reads 1:57. The bridge is empty. Our tent windows show 2 pale prints from the inside, and chalk dust catches dew in a perfect ring where my boots stood. If you camp Beargrass after midnight, count your steps out loud, and when the number between 3 and 5 doesn't answer, go home before it teaches you how to skip it, too.